Welcome back, guys, for more Timberborn, and in this episode I'm going to try and turn this dead, empty bit of nothingness into a giant, beautiful waterfall with a lake below, like an idyllic paradise with trees and... Yeah, alright, get on with this, guy. I thought we'd start off this episode with a bit of a look at the map. We've developed about half the map, and then a couple of episodes ago, we flooded the river valley and brought that back to life. Now it's time to work on this area down here and turn this into a beautiful waterfall. Oh, how on earth am I going to do this is the question. Well, I'm just going to dive in. I'm pretty sure that this is going to change as we go along. I've got the basic idea, but yeah. Okay, we're going to have some pumps going up to take the water up to the top of the waterfall. So I'm thinking that the lake itself is going to be... So I'm thinking it's going to come out to kind of sort of here-ish. So let's take back a couple of these. Right, like that. So I'm thinking the lake comes out. So I'm looking at it now thinking I'm going to need... The pump's 3 wide, right? And we're going to need power. So it's going to be 4 wide. And I'm going to need stairs. Well, I could put the stairs on top of it. So let's assume it's 4 wide. We're going to need, like, probably 3 anyway. Let's work on the basis of, like, we'll have 2 wide at the back. And then we'll start putting in our pump. So our pump's going to be 3 wide. This is why I need it to be further out, because we're going to have the water coming out, and then it's got to go round and then back for it to come out. So that is the absolute narrowest I could have it. So I'm going to have it one wider to give myself a chance. So the water pumps are going to be here, going up here. Oh man! So let's assume, if we look at these water pumps, we can get a good estimate. We have pump, and then 1, 2, 3, and then the next pump. So basically, a pump is 4 long. Wow. And I want this to go quite high. So I'm thinking 1, 2... Go away, autosave. 3, 4... I mean, we're going to want it like at least 5 pumps high, aren't we? So, yeah. Oh, man. How high can this first pump be? Because it's going to reach down 3 from... Well, it's 4, but it's 3 from... I know what I mean. 1, 2, that's 3, and then into the water. So that's how high it would be. Then we would have the trench, and then we would have the next pump. And the next pump is 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And bring that out. And then the next pump is 1, 2, 3. Got to take a couple of those out for the trench. Okay, so that's how that's going to be. And then we're going to have, I'm guessing, like some kind of cliff in front of it, which is going to be... I mean, we want the cliff coming down pretty steeply, but we do want some bits and pieces sticking out and stuff. So I'm guessing it's going to be like at least coming out 3. My God, this is going to take some serious building, guys. Okay, let me build this up and see like how high it gets, and just my God, what have I got myself into? Okay, I think I'm starting to get somewhere. I'm already going to be coming out 1 further than I thought, at least. And I think I need to go 1 pump higher as well than I originally thought. So yeah, let's put this in. So yeah, let's just bring it all the way out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's put the pumps in, because I think this will kind of help you visualize it a little bit more. So we're going to have this pump, if I get it the right way around, that pump will be there, then this one, boom, boom, and then this one's going to sit right on the top. So, but instead of the trench extending out backwards, it's actually going to go out to the side there. So let's put that pump in. And the reason it's going to go out to the side, have I got this? Yes, I've got it right. The reason this is going to go out to the side is because now it's going to come around here and go across here. But yeah, I'm already thinking of problems that I've got to overcome. And there's going to be a lot of them, I think. So we need this coming across here like this. And that can be filled in, and then this coming along here. So, apart from that little mistake, the water comes along here, and then it'll come forward and become the waterfall. That is essentially the idea, but that is a pretty big structure already. Now, I was going to do one set of pumps on this side, one set of pumps on this side, but I'm actually thinking it's not really required. The thing is, if I don't do it, if I don't put this set of pumps in, I'm thinking, you know, when I come to do this, I'm going to want them for some reason. So the question is, do I build in the infrastructure? You know what? I'm going to build in the infrastructure. So regardless of whether I actually put the pumps in, we've got the infrastructure there to extend out to this side if we want to. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be a lot of earth moving. I'm gonna need every bot that I can lay my hands on to do this. Well, that's not what I want. I want landscaping. Yeah, this is gonna be immense. Now, I guess as this goes back, we'll kind of taper it off, so like this kind of thing, and that one 3. But I see I've got 3, 3, 3, and I don't want it to be that even. If it's going to look good, then it does need to be a little bit more irregular than that. And then obviously we're going to start bringing this. Oh man, this is going to be a truly immense structure. I'm going to have to set up all the infrastructure like right down here. I think we're going to have excavators like here and here, because whatever I do on this side, I'm going to do on this side as well. This is going to take so much dirt and so many bots to build in any kind of a reasonable time frame. It's gonna be insane. Yeah, and then, but this face is gonna have to be a bit irregular. So I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe we just bring it out a little bit. Yeah. That's the solution. I'm gonna have to get rid of all these trees. Yeah, maybe this kind of bows out a little bit, because erosion would have taken the cliff back a little bit. So if we have this coming out, maybe a couple of rows, maybe 3, so it kind of dips in a little bit, and the same on the other side. That could really work. Okay, let me do the other side, build this up, and we'll see what it's gonna look like. Right, well, I've run into my first problem, and the first problem is it's too high, because that's the maximum terrain height. So this is gonna have to come down by 1 pump, or at least some. Well, yeah, I mean, we want this hidden, and I want a bit of variety in the top of the terrain. So yeah, I'm thinking it's got to come down it's got, surely it's got to come down a full pump, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to come down a full pump. Wow. Okay, so that would mean, yeah, you know what? That's probably good. That's probably a good thing. It's keeping me in check a little bit. So let's see. We would want to take this down like that. Yep. And then this goes down like that. There we go. So this channel would run just out to the side there. So I've actually taken it down one too far. And what am I doing? Yeah. Terrain blocks go out that way. Well, the further I go into this, the more problems I am encountering. So, like down here, because obviously I want to hide the pumps, and we need the water coming out. So the first thing is that the pumps would definitely have to move back one, so that I can have three solid tiles. In fact, they're going to have to move back 2. They would have to move 2. But let's assume, just for the sake of argument, because right now I don't know if this even works like at all. So we need the 3 tiles wide, and we need the 3 tiles wide for the channel to carry the water. So let's just run it like that. So let's assume that this is the top, and we've got the channel coming like that. So the water's going to go through this gap into here, and then up here, and then round, and then out here. The problem with that is, well, you see, could I make that work? I could actually make that work. Yeah, I could actually make this work. So how would we distribute the water then, Sky? Like, is it just going to be like, you're just going to have one load of water coming down? No, that's not what I want. Okay, so the channel comes up here. At that point, this wouldn't be the edge. This would come out a tile or 2 further. We can split the flow and have it coming out from multiple points, and we can do all kinds of things. So would that work? Yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of, ish. But I think I've made things more difficult for myself than it needs to be. Now, I could move the pumps to the back, right? So instead of having them in these 3 tiles, I could have the pumps in these 3 tiles. And instead of channeling this round the back, channel it round the front. Doesn't really change too much, though, to be honest. Except for, no, you can't do that. Because if I channel the water around the front, it can't go across here. Water can't go above water. So no, that's why I did it this way, because the water's got to go around the back and then to the front, in front of the pumps. Yeah. Okay, there is another solution, and the other solution would be to not use the pumps and to actually bring the water in, like, from the side. Well, where would that come from then, Sky? Well, it would actually come from all the way over here in Bob's world. What we'd do is run this. Well, this is going to be extended out. So we could run this further forward and then to the edge, and then along a channel at the back hidden behind the mountains, and then along here. And at some point there would be some pumps to elevate it. We could help to hide those pumps. I mean, I could create a little structure with some levees, maybe some little roofs or whatever to hide a pump. So that means that we could have a pump at the max level. So we could have it a bit higher. Yeah, I'm as much as I love this idea, and I love the complexity of it and how insanely difficult it would be to do, I am thinking that it makes more sense to run the water around. I mean, that's going to present its own set of challenges. And I don't want it to affect the terrain in a really horrible manner. I can tell you now, even at this stage, that this video is only going to be the planning of this. It's not going to be the execution, because this is going to take way, way too long. Wow. Let's see. I'm just wondering, like, how many layers up we are. I'm thinking 5 or 6. So, yeah, we're going to need a couple of pumps going along in here. So, let's see. I'm now running through, in my mind, all of the things that I'm going to have to do in order to achieve this. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So, I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to fill all of this in. Which I'm not going to do now, don't worry. But I'm just kind of preparing myself. Okay, so we're going to fill that area in, extend this out another block. Each of these blocks is like 15 tiles. Well, it's 15 plus the stairs, so it'll actually come out 16 more. Fill it with windmills. So this is going to have to come out. Well, I think we route this in here at this point. Oh no, I can't, because I want to keep this completely green free. So no, this is gonna have to come out past this. Oh wow. Okay, so I think we're gonna I don't know, we're gonna have a bit of a cliff here, I think. Okay, right, what I need to do, I do need to extend this out at this height, just so that I've got an idea of the terrain height that I'm going to have to deal with. Okay, so how far up do we come? We come up to there. Okay, and then at that point, oh well, it's only one level up from there. So we'll just run a channel along the back. So this is going to have to be 3 wide. All the way along. And we don't want a flat wall, so I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do. Oh man. You can see it doesn't matter which way I do it. Either way is very, very difficult. I see, seriously, looking at that, I'm now thinking, well, maybe I should do this, because... Okay, I need to think about this. Okay, I've got it. I've got a solution. It's going to require having the lake at the bottom a bit wider than I wanted. I wanted it to be like kind of that. Just like a little lake at the bottom for the water to fall into. If I make it wider, and I'm talking about bringing it out, like it'll probably just come out to here. It'll be fairly narrow, so maybe it'll be the same kind of semicircle, but it'll drift off at the sides. Then what I could do is reverse the direction of the pumps. So we let the water in here, and we pump the water up here. And then I can do whatever I want here, and I haven't got to worry about this issue. That would work. That would actually work. The only thing I've got to worry about is kind of the surface area. But, you know, that kind of is what it is. Alrighty, let me rework this and reverse the direction of the pumps. And we'll see what new problems pop up. Okay, here's the reworked version with it flipped around. So I've taken out this front piece just so that you can see this more easily. And let's get some pumps in here so you can kind of visualize things a bit better. That's got to be flipped around that way now. So the first pump would be there. And then there. Now, in theory, we could have a pump there. But see, that for me is just, it's a couple of tiles too high. Now, I could adjust this and bring everything down like 2 tiles so that we can still get up to pretty much that top level. But I don't know. Or do I just put some trees on top to try and hide it a bit? I don't know. But you know what? Maybe. You know what? Bear with me, because I'm just gonna. Am I gonna fill the whole? You know what? Let me fill the whole thing in, because I need to look at this and see like how much of this I can potentially hide. Okay, I think we're getting in. I think we're getting close to something that we can work with, because if we put pine trees on top of here, which we can, then a pine tree would be taller than that. So yeah, we can hide it, and I think we can hide it pretty well. I've just been working on this terrain over here and kind of figuring out what I want to do, and I'm already thinking that maybe we extend this higher terrain into the corner and bring it round to have just a bit more continuity coming around the corner. Yeah, we're starting to get somewhere. Now, let's talk about up here. So I don't want this to be like a great big flat line across here, if I can possibly avoid it. So let's get the old delete tool. So I'm thinking certainly in the middle, where we've got the water coming out, we'll take it down a little bit so that we'd have the water coming through here. Now, there's a bunch of things we can do at this point. This is where it gets kind of interesting. So, for example, we can take out those 2 tiles so that the water spreads out and we get a wider waterfall, which would be kind of cool. And then the other thing that I'm thinking of kind of instantly is to get a pillar coming up here. Probably one down from that. I mean, I'd probably try it both ways, but I'm thinking probably like that, because that will throw the water out and split it again. Yeah. Now, another interesting. Now, there's a lot more that we can do with this, so I would expect that I'll probably have. Let's do it from the top because it's faster. Maybe have one like that. Have one kind of like that to throw off some interesting bumps and whatever. Again, the thing is, I don't want a flat cliff, so maybe that down there. That. Something like that. So we start to create some interesting shapes, and probably play around with the heart. My brain's getting ahead of itself. I could play around with these to my heart's content to try and get a cool looking waterfall effect. But something else that we could do. We could take another channel off to the side like this and take it like into here. No, I went down one too far, but never mind. Never mind. It's okay. That's too high, isn't it? Okay, cool. Let's go back, I don't know, say to there. And then we can bring that out and have another waterfall. Now, we don't have to have it at the same height. We could drop it down something like, say that maybe? I don't know how far down I've got to go. 3, I think. 1, 2. So. Right, so it's a little bit further down, and we could have another waterfall coming off there. And we can do the same kinds of things if we want. We could either have a pillar coming up in front to kind of throw it out. We could also potentially take this back a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting idea. Let's do delete tool. Delete tool. We could potentially take this back like this. Or maybe not even the whole way. Let's see what it looks if we take out the whole thing. It's difficult to see what the finished effect is going to be, but yeah, I'm thinking this, maybe we want to bring this across a bit further to get a bit more to work with. Okay, I've got them to remove these trees here. Let's get rid. I keep forgetting that I'm already using the demolish tool. Right, let's see. Have I got enough room to create some interesting cliffs? Yeah, we'll see. So we come across maybe that far. And then let's bring that one, like, well, I've put it all the way up. I don't want it all the way up. Maybe one down from the top. And then try and create something at least semi-interesting. Is that at the same height? No, good. Good. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, this is kind of something like this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. I think maybe. Now we're going to have to keep this from not getting greened by the water that's coming up here, and that's going to be an interesting challenge because if these are green, I don't think it's going to look right. It needs to be pure cliffs like this. So you get this kind of thing, and it's cool. But when they get green tops on, it's not. It doesn't look right. Like down by the grass at the bottom, that's fine. But up here, it's got to stay brown and rocky. Oh, I think we're already starting to get something. This is encouraging. Then we'll have pine trees. So we'll have pine trees at the top, so it kind of looks like a ridge, and there's a big pine forest behind it. Yeah, this could actually work. So then we'd have the lake at the bottom, and it would kind of come, I think, curved around that way, and then just tapered off. And then the water works its way into there, gets pumped up, and then we'll have one big waterfall in the middle, and then a little one on this side, maybe another one on this side, maybe lower down. Bring it further down, so it's only a little waterfall. All right, I think we've got it. Right, let me put in the other side so that we kind of get the full effect, and we can really see what we're creating. Guys, it finally happened. I'm not one tile short. Look. It's actually exactly right. I was getting closer to this. I was thinking, it's not going to fit. Yes, it fits. Now, yeah, I know I could have dynamite, but it's just nice to have it happen naturally for once. Although I am going to have to dynamite this because the channel needs to do a bit of a zigzag coming through. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, can we? No, I can do that. Oh my god, it's even better than I thought. Okay, so what do we want to do? Come in like maybe 3. Yeah. And then pop out like that. That would work. Oh my lord. I'm kind of stunned because that just never happens to me. Picture, does that ever happen to me? No, frankly it doesn't. So I don't know. Yeah, that can come all the way out here, can't it? Yeah. And then this would be filled in like that. Yeah. Okay, so Let's throw a bit of stuff in here. Now, before I do that, which side is the power? I'm routing the power up the back. So the way the power works, it's exactly the same as the reservoirs, the pumps in the reservoirs. So it's just 2 there, 1 there. So we have a T-junction there. Well, that one would just be a corner, but normally it's a T-junction. And then step down there, step down there, step down there, T-junction. That's the way this works. I'm almost getting familiar with some of these techniques now. I gotta say, it's kind of nice to start getting comfortable with it. So here, it doesn't matter. So I can do anything here. Now, what I'm probably going to do, what I was thinking of doing here, was routing the power in with the water. So we'll have, I don't know, we'll have this like 2 or 3 tiles deep, I think. And then, because the depth doesn't matter, it's the surface area that's important. So yeah, route the power in through here. So I'm probably going to take these back so that I can route the power around. And then the power comes up here. And then it'll probably come across the back and just down the other side. So that I've only got to route power one way. Although, I've got power like there. I was thinking, oh well, I'll route the power from Bob's World, like along the back or something. But actually, I can route the power along here, down. I don't know, like down into the back. Yeah. Oh no, no, I wasn't thinking about taking it through Bob's World. I was thinking about taking it from here. Yeah, bringing the power down into here because I can kind of hide it in this canyon. And then just bring it along under the water. I'd probably, if I was going to do that, I'd probably want to take the water down another tile or 2, so that it's not as visible. Because like if you look over here, right, you can't see the power cable that's running under there. You can see it when it's like a tile or 2 deep, but once it gets down to like 3 tiles, you really can't see it. I mean, you can, once you know it's there, you can kind of see the Vegas line. So, yeah. Let's see, how many tiles have we got to work with? Not many. We can go down 3 tiles. So, yeah, we can go down like 1 more. But that's okay, 3 tiles deep would be fine. 3 tiles deep all the way up. Yeah, we could make that work. Alrighty. What else then? So now that we've got that, let's actually take a look at it and see. Yeah, you know what? Let me fill this out so we can actually like get a view of the whole thing, because it's hard to judge without having the whole thing there. So let's take a look and see how it looks. And generally speaking, I like the fact that it's asymmetric. It comes up here and then it kind of flattens out, and it's fatter on this side at the top than it is on this side. And this side's more of just a gentle slope down, more even. I might even accentuate that slightly. But generally speaking, in terms of silhouette, I like it. Once we get close up, yeah, this is the start of something, but I'm like, okay, this waterfall here, I think needs to be further out. I think it needs to be like over here. I think that's like way too close to this one. Don't you think? I think so. I think so. So let's fill this back in. What? 2 more? 1 more? 2 more. And then, yeah, we'll take this further out. I'm thinking probably here. Yeah, that's fine. I think I've gone down 1 more than it was before. So I may go up 1 again. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I actually will. Because I think it's too low now. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want to go from there. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I may end up bringing this down one and bringing that down one again to have more of a difference. On this side, I said I wanted it kind of much lower, didn't I? Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just I've already started working on kind of texturing this. But I think it needs more. I think it's too flat. Yeah, I think it's too flat. I think we need a bit more. But I'm looking at it, I'm kind of not sure exactly where I should do it. So let me play around with it and see what I can come up with. Isn't it jarring when it's not there anymore? I just had that experience myself a little while ago. I cleared the landscaping and it was like, whoa. And now it looks, wow, it looks weird here without anything. And then you bring it back and boom. Oh, yeah. It looks like this should always have been there. Doesn't it? It's weird. Funny how your brain plays tricks on you. I'm assuming you have one. I mean, I get by without one, personally. Yeah, so I think that is as far as I can go with the design at this point. I'm thinking this may end up getting a bit more rounded off. Obviously, this is going to get filled in up to this level. So this will all be flat ground, because it would be strange to have this wall here. It doesn't look right. Obviously, this wall here will be dynamited. This will all be a nice little lake. And then we'll throw in some trees and, I don't know, maybe some fields of something or other. And I think that could look pretty cool. Now, there are a couple of things to think about. First of all, what the hell's going to happen when we overflow from the reservoirs? Because at the moment, the water overflows and goes off the map. Well, it's not going to anymore. So this is going to become a very interesting thing. And I'm already thinking, well, maybe this river comes down one tile, which means that I would have to move these down one tile, which I can actually do. Okay, it is doable. Yeah, if we lower the river by one tile, the level of the river, so that we've actually got a little bit of room in here, then potentially this flooding is not a problem. I mean, obviously this would have to probably move up a level, but once we've built it, I mean, that's not an issue anyway. So that's okay. So maybe we can actually use that to our benefit, the overflow now and again. So that's one thing. The second thing is, how the hell am I going to build this? I mean, first of all, the sheer scale of it. I mean, it's a big project. I mean, I'm actually just starting to realize how big a project it is. Because I've been filling in little sections of this and thinking that was a big deal. This is monumental. Yeah. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've built everything with the arrows going in this direction, because at this point, I have no idea how I'm going to start the process of building this. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know. I've had several thoughts about, do I start building it from one end? So do I put the tree huggers in, right? And use them to build this from this end? Because building it from down here is going to be problematic. Or do I try and get the first few layers built and then, I don't know, scaffolding? I don't know. The building is going to be interesting. I put a little notch in here so that it goes down and then back up again a little bit. I gotta say, I kind of you know what? Because remember, this is going to be all covered in pine trees, the top of this. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. I'm really tempted to have that there and make it. Yeah. There's going to be lots of little tweaking like that going on. Yeah. Wow. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this video edited and get it out to you guys, which leaves me a few hours, well, a couple of hours today at least, to work on this, and then I'll be working on this all day tomorrow. But I've got to be honest, I don't know whether I can finish this in a day. So tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be a cliffhanger. Will it be an update, or will it be the finished project? If you want to find out, well, you're going to have to come back for that video. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this slightly torturous process and a scary look into how my brain works. See, I said I didn't have a brain, and now apparently I do. I just can't make my bloody mind up, can I? Let's be honest. Yeah, it's day 4 of cycle 158. I wonder what it'll be when you guys start the next video, because I'm thinking I'll probably do some of it before I actually start it. I don't know, maybe fill in down here or whatever, so at least we're starting from a flat area. Maybe dynamite. I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.